Let's jump right in, shall we? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're putting on our wellness coach hats to explore something truly fascinating. We're looking at how clearing physical toxins from your body can actually save your emotional connection and, honestly, completely revitalize your relationship. If you've ever felt like your romance has lost its spark, the answer might not be in a therapist's office. Surprisingly, it might just be in your liver and your daily habits.
I often ask couples, do you feel irritable, foggy-headed, maybe just emotionally tapped out? Because when you and your partner are constantly running on fumes, the very first casualty is usually your patience with each other. But here's the thing, the culprit usually isn't just a stressful job or a crazy schedule. Actually, it's very often your shared environment and the physical toxic load you're both carrying.
Our source material points out a pretty stark reality. Our bodies are under daily assault. If you aren't proactively clearing those toxins out, well, you're actively accumulating them. It's that simple. And this leads directly to stagnation in the mind and disease in the body. When your mind is stuck in that fog, communicating with any real empathy within your partnership becomes incredibly difficult.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our shared session agenda. Think of this as our roadmap to get you both from feeling disconnected to intimately bonded. We'll cover the root of disconnection, organs and emotions, shared habits for healing, moving toxins out together, rewiring your emotional intimacy, and finally, your shared detox plan.
All right, starting with part 1, the root of disconnecting. Let's see how hidden toxic load actually drains your relationship energy.
We have to start by identifying the unseen biological culprits behind your arguments, that pesky brain fog, and your diminished patience with the person you love. The key here is understanding your toxic load. Basically, this is the accumulation of physical and emotional toxins that keeps your nervous system stuck in total overdrive. We're talking about toxins like heavy metals, mold, and pesticides that literally interfere with delicate mood-stabilizing neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. When your liver struggles to clear these toxins or even excess stress hormones, your nervous system stays hyperactive. So, this scientific link perfectly explains why toxic load leads directly to diminished patience. It makes it incredibly easy to snap at your partner over, well, pretty much nothing.
Moving on to part 2, organs, emotions, and patience. This is all about the physical anatomy of a calm relationship.
Now, understanding the physical anatomy required to maintain a calm, patient relationship means realizing the problem isn't just in your head, it's actually right there in your abdomen. Look, your liver performs over 500 functions, and that includes breaking down the exact stress hormones that cause household conflict. Meanwhile, your kidneys are working overtime. They filter an astonishing 150 quarts of blood every single day to manage your blood pressure and flush out metabolic waste. To put that in perspective, that's a massive amount of fluid. This waste removal process directly influences your daily emotional stability and even your sexual desire. If these vital organs are overwhelmed, your relationship stamina simply plummets.
And this brings us to what we like to call the triad of emotional stamina. First, a compromised gut microbiome can't produce enough serotonin, which triggers anxiety and emotional swings. Second, a sluggish liver lets those stress hormones linger, keeping you totally on edge. And third, if your glymphatic system isn't clearing waste from your brain while you sleep, you're going to wake up with serious mental fog. But clearing this fog by supporting these 3 systems, that is exactly how you improve communication and recover your emotional intimacy.
Let's jump to part 3, shared habits for healing. It's time to stop the daily assault of toxins together.
Detoxing together is truly one of the fastest ways to strengthen your underlying romantic bond, and we can start with some super accessible lifestyle changes. Consider this wild fact. The average woman absorbs 114 unique chemicals daily through personal care products alone. For men, it's about 105. No way, right? And many of these chemicals disrupt your hormones and actively limit natural libido. By auditing your bathroom cabinets together and switching to fragrance-free, paraben-free, and EWG-verified items, you drastically reduce the toxic burden on your liver. This effectively lowers the baseline stress between you and your partner. It's a real game changer.
Nutrition is another absolutely crucial factor here. Chronic inflammation from processed foods can severely dampen your natural libido and your emotional resilience. But by simply swapping those processed foods for specific superfoods like beets and carrots or adaptogens and herbs like ashwagandha, tulsi, rhodiola, ginger, and dandelion, you team up to naturally support your adrenal health. Taking up clean eating together isn't just healthy, it's an incredibly simple shared habit to bond over. Just look at how easy it is. Adding beautiful, colorful roots like carrots to your shared meals naturally nourishes those vital blood-cleansing organs. Preparing these dishes side by side in the kitchen is a fantastic way to maintain calm interactions while giving your body exactly what it needs to efficiently flush away those toxins.
Next up, part 4, moving toxins out together. Let's activate that shared lymphatic flow.
So we can also explore somatic release through shared physical movements that you practice together to boost your immune systems. You see, your lymphatic system is absolutely crucial for waste removal, but it doesn't have a built-in pump. It relies entirely on movement. Our sources highly recommend Perry Nicholson's Big Six routine. For example, simply rubbing and tapping the front of the hip right at the crease of the groin encourages necessary lymph flow from your lower extremities all the way up toward your core.
And what's great is you can easily help each other with this routine, like gently massaging the back of the knees to drain lymph from the lower legs. Making this kind of gentle bodywork a daily physical activity promotes profound health. And honestly, it creates a really beautiful moment of physical bonding. You're turning health maintenance into a shared point of connection.
Here are a few more really accessible movements for couples, whether it's dry brushing before a shower, taking a walk, or doing something a bit more active. Honestly, jumping rope together in a living room might feel a little goofy at first, but it is a fantastic way to reduce physical stagnation while getting some laughs in. Supporting your partner through these physical goals creates a much deeper sense of teamwork.
Moving on to part 5, rewiring your emotional intimacy. It's time to talk about the couple's sex detox.
With the physical toxins finally starting to clear out, we can step into the vulnerability of rewiring your emotional intimacy through what our sources call a sex detox. Now, the concept here is pretty profound. By temporarily abstaining, literally taking sex completely off the table for a designated period, you step away from the dopamine highs of sexual junk food. When sex loses its novelty in a long-term relationship, taking a detox naturally raises anticipation, lowers excessive dopamine, and increases calming serotonin. This creates a much deeper sense of physical connection when you finally reunite.
This pause gives you the mental space to really discover your unique love map. Coined by Dr. John Money, this represents the actual blueprint of your erotic desires, which are shaped by your life experiences. Exploring this together helps you move past predictable routines and reveals your true physical appetites, completely stripped of emotional toxins and hidden fears.
To successfully navigate the emotional challenges of detoxing together, you can use the reorder method. This means you observe your history, recognize modeled patterns, decouple those learned responses from your present, engage in new ways to self-soothe, and regulate yourself. It's really about stripping away emotional scar tissue, so you aren't just reacting to your partner, but actually acting from a place of centered calm.
And finally, part 6, your shared detox plan. Let's build a renewed foundation.
All right, let's put all of this holistic science into a step-by-step action plan for your shared success. This framework for weekly calendar turns those big concepts into real action. And you know, it's all about compromise. For instance, if one partner wants to try short, intermittent fasts and the other doesn't, you find middle ground by preparing healthy meals side by side during eating windows. You audit your skincare together. You jump rope at home. By formally scheduling these shared dietary and lifestyle changes, you absolutely guarantee that you are building a team mentality rather than creating more conflict.
Ultimately, supporting each other through this process does something truly incredible. It strips away the physiological barriers, like a sluggish liver and toxic buildup, and it strips away the emotional barriers, like unexamined relationship history. It leaves you both vulnerable, cleansed, and entirely open to positive change, enhancing your empathy and completely rejuvenating your love life.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to look at your partner. Ask yourselves, what is one single, powerful step, or even just one small toxic habit you will choose to release together right now toward your shared vitality? The path to a deeper connection is quite literally in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and here is to your health and your romance.